From around mid-June 2010 to early January 2013, I was illegally detained at FCY Lompoc and asked, without capital, federal courts, appeals courts, prison directors and his staff to be released from illegal detention, which was rejected. Even the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the Regional Office, and the Federal Department of Justice refused my release and continued illegal incarceration. This group of criminals is a monstrous group I have never seen or heard of in my life. They weren't just refusing to be released. Around June 2011, Unit Manager Webster put me in solitary confinement for 6 months, torturing me by providing me with long-term spoiled food and extremely small amounts of food. He also tried to force sex for as many as 3 days by putting Michelle in a Mexican gay room. Of course, during my 6 months in solitary confinement, there were torture, blackmail, and sexual harassment that could not be expressed. But this broadcast will focus on the most important and serious cases, and the whole story of this terrible and detailed case will be recorded in the book I'm currently writing. In January 2013, after 3 days in prison with gay men, I was transferred illegally on my third day. First, I arrived at the Oklahoma Detention Center and was on standby when I was informed that I would be transferred to FCI Florence. Then, by mid-January, I was transferred to FCI Florence. After arriving at FCI Florence, I demanded that the prison staff immediately release me because this was a clear illegal transfer by false judgment, but they ignored my legitimate demand and repeated my insistence that it was legal detention. And from that moment on, I began to torment me and inflict horrific torture. At this point, the director of the FCI Florence prison is the woman you see on the screen. The director ordered a prisoner who shared my room to torture me to stay awake all night. She also ordered me to go to the restaurant at 5 a.m. to do forced labor. When I told him I couldn't work due to leg pain, she placed me in solitary confinement and pushed cigarette smoke 24/7, preventing me from breathing. Not only that, but I had to suffer from severe hunger by preventing the canteen from selling things only to me.